All right, so we have Greg Meehan here, head coach for the Stanford women's program. And Greg, you're a busy guy. We barely got a few minutes with you. You're gracious enough to join us here at Nationals. I want to talk to you a little bit about life balance and how do you manage it with, a great collegiate team. You guys have been national champions the last few years, and now, turning into a really serious pro group as well. Summer's coming up with Worlds and Olympics. How do you balance life, coaching, and how does that look like?
Yeah, it's hard. If you really want to be successful in the profession, you have to work hard, but there's absolutely the life balance piece, which is super important. It's something I'm still trying to figure out, still trying to get better at it. As a head coach, you try and model it, not just for your staff, but also for your student athletes, so that they see, you have balance. So a lot of times the simple things that don't really require any work is just having your family around. I'm fortunate enough to have a spouse and 2 boys, and just bringing them around the program I think is helpful at times, and they travel to meets and that's been really fun for me. But on a personal side, one of the things I've done this fall is I'm not on deck on Wednesday afternoons. It's a recovery day for our college team, and I coach morning workout and do about 90 minutes of office work, and then I go play golf. And it's one of my things that I really enjoy to do.
That's cool.
I have so much improvement that I need to commit to doing it every week. But it's just something like that is a little thing that can make a big difference. And for me, it's right in the middle of the week. It's the perfect reset. As I'm coaching I was coaching 11 workouts a week with just the different things going on with our collegiate team and our pro team. And so dialing back to one of those, and I'm still on deck plenty. They're fine without me. We've got great coaches. And so it allows me that time to just enjoy.
So that sounds like a huge shift for you to be like, okay, I'm actually going to purposely schedule something so I'm away from the pool. What caused you to make that shift, and what do you think you would think of that 10 years earlier as a coach? Could you envision yourself?
No.
So where did that shift happen?
But I think not enough coaches do it. And I think it's important that I'll call myself a middle-aged coach now, but that we set a good example for our younger coaches in the profession, that it is okay. The kids will survive without us on a particular day. And some coaches do a really good job of that, and others, including myself for a long time, didn't. And it was in sort of part in the moment of being tired and feeling a little bit run down, but the bigger piece of it was just projecting out, this is not a sustainable pace with what we're doing, just with all the different components of our job as coaches. And I just kind of had a moment that it's like, all right, this is what I need to do. And so it's good.
What advice would you give to young coaches there when it comes to you got to pay your dues, you got to grind, but then also figuring out the life balance? What do you think that would look like in you giving advice to a young coach nowadays?
I would just talk through my experiences, right? Everyone's different, and but I think just talking through the experience of where I was and where I am now, and how I'm better able to manage my workload.
And that focusing on what you can only do, or is it giving up control? What do you think is the shift that a lot of coaches need to make to
part of it's the control piece for sure. But part of it is just it's just making a choice, and then once you do it and you realize that, hey, things are still moving along just fine, that it's important. And I think had I had someone do that for me when I was 25 or 26, even though I was told hey, you don't have to come into this practice, or you don't have to come into this, I still would do it. But I think there's a difference between that and hey, this is what we're going to do. You're going to take off this particular workout. I'm going to take off this. That way everyone's kind of staying fresh through the course of the week.